Right. Hello, everyone. See if I've got myself all. I feel out of sorts here. Not used to all the controls. Let's see. Okay, I think we've got everything set. I decided that today I wanted to work on doing some more of these gifts. Give the gift of kindness rocks. I think I'm already forgetting what day of Rocksmith this was. I think it was the 5th day of Rocksmith. But I think, this was literally the perfect shaped rock for it because it's a rectangle, so it looks like a gift box. But I wanted to do it with some different shaped rocks. So I've got just some normal looking rocks that I pre-base coated. I'm gonna scoot this guy over here. And then I have a heart. It was a make your own stone. And this one was out of like the tail end of some of my mixed gypsum cement. So it's very thin. It's not the same thickness that they normally are. But I was like, oh, let's just base coat this metallic green and we'll use this. So we're just going with the flow. But I wanted to try some different shaped rocks. I've got paint on my hands already from base coating these in a hurry. But I thought it might be fun to see what it looks like to put this bow on some different shaped rocks. So let me know when you're here. Say hi in the chat. I will do my best to look up from what I'm doing and see how we're going to proceed along. And I'm feeling like I want to use a lot of gold today, which is really funny because I don't wear gold jewelry. I don't wear gold jewelry. I don't tend to choose it for something for myself, but I feel like gold would look pretty on the red. Gold will look pretty on the black. I might do red on the green on this guy just because it's Christmassy and stuff, but we'll see. And this is also one of those lazy Susan turntables that I get asked about so much that I use. I'll put the rocks on them and then you can easily kind of work on it and then you can turn it and you can work on it and you can turn it. They're really great for mandalas, but I use them for lots of things. So I just wanted to bring that partially to use it and partially to show you guys. So let's line out some bows on this little black rock. I think I'm going to start very briefly with just a cross, kind of a crisscross here and then we'll build on it as far as making it thicker in the bow. There's kind of the crisscross line. And then let me start making this bow also because that will help. This will help kind of pull the design together. Hope everybody's having a great week. A little bit crazy over here this week. Sammy got excluded. His entire class got excluded from school because his teacher tested positive, which was horrible for COVID. And so all the kids had to get tested. And hi, Rebecca. Welcome. So all the kids had to get tested. And then while you're awaiting the test results to come back, you have to do the distance learning. And so the cool thing about the testing is that the school district just started rolling out doing the testing they've been doing it for athletes so that the athletes can keep playing, but they rolled it out so that the students that are excluded can also get tested and cleared to go back. So we were able to run to a high school real close by here, which was great. It was very convenient. And they did both a rapid test and the PCR test, and the school will only accept the PCR test, but the rapid test, I guess, gives you some, kind of peace of mind or not peace of mind if you end up with COVID, but his rapid was negative. So I was expecting the PCR to be negative, but we had to wait 2 days to get that. So it just was 2 days of distance learning, and I felt so bad for his teacher because even though she was better, you could tell she still probably needed to be in bed resting, poor thing. And she was on Zoom with us doing an hour-long distance call those days. She's just the best. So, but we've averted that disaster. Oh my goodness, my gold has some, don't you hate when this happens? Very messy. I just used this last night too, I think. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. That is some serious paint string. Oh my gosh, so funny. So I got a little behind with the 12 Days of Rocks this. My intention was to have all of those ready and just scheduled to release like by Thanksgiving weekend, and that didn't happen. And then the distance learning thing happened and things got even crazier. So I've gotten, I think that for the most part, I think today was the first time I didn't have one out completely on time, and it's just the one for tomorrow. It wasn't up and ready to go yet. So I've done okay from behind the scenes. I'm not sure you guys have noticed the difference, but I think next year, if we do this again, I will start in summer so that they're just ready to throw them up there and let you guys enjoy them. Because it has been fun, and it's kind of cool to put that many out at once. And Christmas is a time when I always have lots and lots of ideas of things I want to do. So it was kind of cool not to limit myself to one of every week. Hi, Mary Jane. Oh, I'm so glad you're loving them every day. I wish that I could keep up that pace, but I cannot keep up that pace on a regular basis. It has been editing videos on my lunch hour at work and after everybody goes to bed at night. And yeah, I wish that I could keep that pace up, but I can't. But maybe I'll be able to increase to two a week or something. That feels possible after doing these 12 in a row. If it was one sort of detailed one and one kind of easy one, I probably could do it. If you keep them short, they're not too bad. And it's not like I'm not painting rocks anyway, right? I'm just turning the camera on so I can share it with you guys at the same time. So the rocks will still get painted. It's just whether I turn the camera on and then edit the video for it. So yeah, it's a little wild. But we're looking forward to the holidays. I think all of our decorations are up. We got another Star Wars blow up in the front yard that is 8 feet wide and humongous and cool. Kids love it, and I heard that our neighbor stopped by to ask where my husband got it because he loved it. So Star Wars is the thing. Oh, you're working on the Miriam Bright right now, so that's the one that went up today. That's so cool. Oh, and shades of purple. Ooh, that'll be pretty. Are you using metallic paint also? Purple would be a really pretty. I debated about that last night when I was between the blue, and I was like, blue or purple? What do I want to do? And just kind of messing around because you kind of could do all kinds of neat things with that one. It's simple, not a ton of colors. That's very cool. Black and gold, I think it's going to look pretty shiny and neat. Almost like a New Year's gift, huh? Let's see here. Let's see. Ah, okay. So extreme purple glitter. That's going to be really pretty. I can't wait to. I hope if you're not following the Facebook page, follow me so you could share it there because I would love to see it. That sounds so cool. I like purple. That's one of my favorite colors for sure. Very cool. It's funny because that design has what I decided to do for the star on that tree from the video that released today, that holiday tree. I was teasing my mom because she was making I think like 25 rocks to take to her tap dancing class to all of her classmates and the instructor, and she had this really cool patchwork tree that she made. And it had the star on top was like that one, and I was teasing her. I was like, "Oh, you can't draw a star, so you put that on there." And I literally was just teasing because I think it was very it's perfect for that kind of tree and like kind of showing the look of shine to have the circle and the dots around it. So I really was kidding, Mom. I thought it was such a great idea that I used it. So there you go. That's funny. Oh yeah. I just kind of are you doing all dots to cover the tree? Like to fill it in with the dots? Oh wait, which Miriam Bright tree are you doing? Are you doing the one from last year or the one that went up today? Because I had one from last year that was all dots that I'll probably share later this week for people that haven't seen it. That is fun too, where it's just random dots to create the tree. But then there was the one that came up this morning that was it had a painted background with some random dots added in. But maybe you're doing the other one if you're marveling at the number of dots. Oh, okay. Okay. You're doing last year's. Got it. I like that one. And I like dotting that way because it doesn't have to be perfect. I love that it doesn't have to be exact. And oh my goodness, this ribbon. Let me get a fine line brush. I just messed up the you haven't watched today's yet. Well, there you go. You can do another tree with purples because that one would look pretty in purples too, the one from today. I messed up my little, what do you call this? The little corners on the ribbon because I had too big of a brush. All right, I'm going to let that one dry a little bit before I do much more to it. I think it might need some more coats to get full coverage. And let's, I'm actually thinking that the gold might look really pretty on the green too. I think let's go for gold bows on everything today. What do you guys think? We're going for gold. This paint, this base coat is, it's a glossy paint, so I don't know if any of my pencils are gonna, I might have to really freehand this. Yeah, none of my pencils are gonna. Chalk is not showing. Regular pencil kind of shows. So we're gonna dive in deep here and go freehand on this guy. Let's see if there's a better side. I feel like this side might be a little more flat. We'll try this side. Do the bow. So I'm using a disposable eyeliner brush, and these are so stinking handy. I can't remember where I first saw them. It might have been Rachel's Rocks Canada. But they're little, so they're short. There's something about the short stubbiness of them, and then let's see if I can make this thing focus on it. Super duper fine. So they're very handy for doing detail work or cleaning things up. I'm often using them to, if I went over a line, I'll wet the brush and kind of clean up the paint. And I use them over and over. They're disposable, so they come in like a pack of 100 or something for like $7. They're not real expensive. But just because they're disposable doesn't mean you have to not reuse them. I reuse them over and over until they just die. And then I'll get rid of them because I don't like wasting. So that's a tip to find these disposable eyeliner brushes if you don't have a fine line brush you like, or I think it's possible to spend a whole lot of money to fine line brushes if you get like the high quality paint brushes. I don't tend to do that. I probably should, but I don't for whatever reason. I think it's because I am afraid of a kid messing them up or me messing them up as a big kid. All together possible. Let's hear. So I'm doing the bow first because it's the most detailed part. And I'm just nervous about freehanding. Kind of funny. see. Might take a minute for this to dry because I'm putting it on here pretty thick. The black one's drying, so we're getting there. All right, and then we'll do line going this way. Try and fill it in. There won't be a live stream next week. I'll have to make sure I do like a post so that everybody knows. I have to travel for work, so there will not be a live stream next week. I'm going to Las Vegas for work again, which I'm actually kind of excited about because I think I'm going to take a bunch of rocks to hide, and hopefully I can maybe make another traveling rocks video with all of the sites, because Vegas is kind of like the adult Disneyland when it comes to Christmas stuff. You know, Disneyland always decorates over the top for Christmas, and Vegas is the same way. There's always so much to see. I think it might be a fun version. And maybe all of the Traveling Rocks videos may be Vegas at this point because I go there enough for work. And I'll just have to like catch all the different things that happen there. Okay. See if I can fill this in with a thicker brush. Everybody got all of their holiday shopping done? I don't. I feel like we had all the best intentions when they started talking about shipping delays and, oh, you should start early. And we're usually pretty good about that. And then we just haven't. And I just haven't had time to actually go in stores. And I don't really want to depend completely online because it seems like they're getting overrun, but it's so hard. So hard. We went to a little craft fair yesterday at Sammy's elementary school. They had a Santa and a pancake breakfast and craft fair, and we got some cute things that are like a wooden, I think somebody must have a laser, I don't know what it is, a laser cutter or a laser engraver where they do like the wooden ornaments. And they had some cute ones. And then I have a neighbor down the road here that I think is doing the same thing, and she made this adorable oops, stuck my finger in it. It's a cutting board, but it's got all this writing on it, and it's where you leave a cookie for Santa, and you leave a carrot for the reindeer, and a glass of milk. It's very, very cute. And I think she sold out of them because they were so cute. A good idea. It would be dangerous if I didn't have to actually work a job. I would want to get into all kinds of crafty things, I think. It would be dangerous. I guess a good kind of dangerous. There are worse things to get very busy with. Darkening this up a bit on the gold.
You know what I'm going to do?
What?
I'm going to use a marker, a white marker.
Oh.
That'll be pretty.
Yes. Just don't do it without me, okay? Sammy is working out ways to make a purple t-shirt into a football jersey. And he said that a white marker would be the way to go. And my pencil's not going to work on this one either. We're going to freehand. Freehand, away we go. Let's see here. This one's a little bigger, so it's a little easier to have space, and it's also very smooth because it's a homemade stone. I know some people are partial to real rocks versus these manufactured rocks, I guess. And I understand that. But I do like, I'm kind of a jack of all trades when it comes to the rocks and what I like to use. I like the Santorinis. I like making my own because you can do things with all of the different kinds, right? You can do different things. And stuff. Yep, but that's not a white marker. That's a crayon. You can't put a crayon on a shirt.
No, it's a crayon marker.
I know, but it's not going to stay if you use that. It'll wash out in the wash all over the place. Yeah, I don't think we have any white markers, Sammy, except the paint ones, and I don't think they would be waterproof. Just adding a little more shape to this bow because I think I'm seeing why I like having a pencil to line it out to begin with. It helps, but that's okay. Good practice to get in here and just go for it and see what happens. Let's see here. I think we might need to use some of the craft paint when I'm done, maybe, and we could paint the number on your shirt. So I think that will stay. Once it dries, it won't wash off. Because I've accidentally gotten it on my shirt and it doesn't wash off.
Where?
Not today, but I have some other shirts that have it on there and it doesn't come off once it dries. So unless somebody in the live stream has a magic solution for that. It's funny to me that it's water-based paint, but once it's on there, it's on there. If it's your clothes.
What happens if it's on yourself?
On yourself, it washes off. Like, see here, I have some on my finger. It washes off. Washes off of me, but does not like to wash off of clothes. Don't know why. Let's see here.
Can I do it right now?
No, you gotta wait for me.
I try this stuff.
No, that one won't work. It's too tiny. All right, let's do some.
This?
No, you want glitter numbers?
No.
Didn't think so.
I'll have to use this thing. This is white.
That's white. Yeah, we'll use that paint, but we need to do it together, just so that you don't make a mess.
I won't. I have a shirt off.
Yeah, but you could make a mess on the floor or the table or so many other things. Let's go.
So what am I going to use?
What do you mean?
For my first one. I could use that white marker, that white crayon, and then guess what?
What?
We can, so you can trace it.
Oh, like I do with my rocks?
Yeah.
Or we could use a chalk pencil because that's these right here. That's what they're meant for, is writing on material. When people are sewing, they use it for patterns. So that will write on your shirt. Guaranteed.
Can I just try it real fast?
Sure. That is fairly harmless.
It looks great.
But it's enough to give you an idea.
No, but I'm still going to start off with that white.
I gotta make sure I make a straight line because the heart is going this way, I think. Oops, that paint is still wet. Making sure it was lined up here. I may have to put some glitter on top of this one because it's a little bit pudgy and full of lines. Let's see. See if we can get some straight lines for a little gift. I feel like this one might end up being my favorite because there's just more room on it to make the tag and the ribbon. There's just more room on this one than the small ones. Wow. Let's try a bigger paintbrush here and see if we can make that ribbon come to life a little bit. Doesn't help that metallic paint is so slick. So the base coat is metallic, the gold is metallic, it's all metallic, all the shiny things. It does make it a little trickier to get it down, but I think a couple of coats we can do it. Let's see here. Maybe I should have done another. Wait, what was today's? I'm sorry. I completely goofed up. I just realized I was telling you that there's a Christmas tree one from today for the Rocksmiths, and there's not. It's tomorrow. I uploaded it today, which is why I'm thinking of it. So, Rebecca, make sure you watch that one tomorrow. Today's was a mandala. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I want to call it Christmas brain or mommy brain or what it is, but the tree will be up tomorrow.
It's back.
Oh goodness. Is that your 13?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I can help you even it out when I'm done.
And then this is what they do on the back. They write their name.
Oh, their name. Perfect. You wrote Sammy?
I'm gonna keep doing this. Sammy
Okay.
is perfect.
All right, let's see if we can darken up this red guy a little bit more. I think the black is decent, but this one needs a little bit more filling in now that it's dry. And this rock is also really bumpy, so the paint kind of needs to go down into the little crevices to fill it up. But let's see how we do here. I'm debating whether I'll add glitter to this or not, because gold, sometimes the glitter doesn't show up as well on the metallic paints because they're already metallic. But you just can't help but have lots of sparkle, right? Okay, Sammy. A little bit in there. I think I'm trying to figure if I want to outline the bow or put the gift tag on. I think I'm going to put the gift tag in here so that we have it ready to line out. This is going to be fun on the red one because it's bumpy. Bumpy. Got some gesso here, so I'm going to gesso the gift tag first because black is hard to cover up. And then I'll put some white paint on it. Let's see if I can keep it even. I can already see even my lining out with the pencil is crooked. That's okay. I'm using that disposable eyeliner brush again to go around the kind of details of the ribbon so that it keeps the ribbon's shape, hopefully. Let's see how we do here. Good job, Sammy.
I'm going to retrace in.
Just fill this in a little bit and then we'll add white paint on top. And sometimes if you put enough of the gesso, it looks like white paint. I think it can pass depending on what you're doing over it. It's a little rougher. It kind of has it's not a matte feel. It's almost got like a rough, I wouldn't go so far to say sandpaper, but almost kind of like the finest side of like a fine nail buffer, sort of like that. It has like a rough finish to it, and it's good because that serves as a grip for whatever you put on top of it. So that's why I use it all the time on those Mexican beach pebbles, because the Mexican beach pebbles, the rocks themselves are super slippery. So this helps give grip to whatever I want to put on those rocks.
So
Let that dry.
this is what my detail did.
Good job.
And then we're going to paint it, right?
Yes, we'll paint the 13 on there.
But you're going to paint it because you're the best painter in the house.
Oh, okay. I think I could help you with that.
What?
I think I can help you with the painting if you like. All right. I feel like details are making me nervous today for some reason. This rock just has a lot of little bumpies in it. I think if we're going to do it again, I might give it like a little coat of Mod Podge or even a little bit of spackle. Wouldn't hurt this one. It's pretty bumpy, but that's okay. That's the beauty of it, right? People will know it's a rock. So let's let that one dry. Oh, hi, Tammy. You didn't miss us.
Mama,
You didn't miss us. Yes.
are you trying to tell me that I can't use the stockings for shoulder pads?
Why don't you wait for now?
No, I'm still going to play.
Okay. And go play. You fill in a little more gold on this green because it is not very super solid right at the moment. And then we'll add gift tag to this too. Goes on a little better once that initial part is there. And the gold kind of looks different when it's wet versus when it's dry. I think I don't know. Just looking at this, it just looks a little different. My ribbons aren't super even, but that is okay. Gloppy piece on there. And I'm trying to fill in some of my bumps that were in the bow from earlier too. I'll come back with the, oops, this is really wet. Might not have to touch this one for a bit because it is really wet. I have so many rocks that I need to resin because making all the 12 days of Rocksmith ones, I was resining the top of them with the UV resin because you can cure it, but I still need to do the back. So usually what I'll do is just do art resin and do the whole front, back, the whole shebang. But I have so many because 12 days of designs, and then sometimes I made multiple ones for each design. So I have all these rocks everywhere. I'm just waiting for my husband to make a funny comment and be like, all right, you're taking over again. That's what's happening. Oh, you're working on the mandala, Tammy. That's awesome. Trial and error. That is a good description.
Even.
Go see if you can ask to see if she can help you. I can't tell that it's not even. Sammy has taken an interest into football, and he's been rolling up our Christmas stockings and putting them in his shoulders to make shoulder pads like a football player. So sometimes he gets frustrated if they don't sit exactly correctly. Yes, so UV resin. UV resin is a different kind of resin than art resin that cures under a UV light in 10 minutes. I have a video on it. I'll see if I can pull it up and put it in the comments or put it in the description after, but it's kind of a cool find if you're in a hurry or I did an experiment with it, comparing it to art resin. Oh, I just stuck my finger in the gold paint. And the one big thing about it that was so cool is that it did a better job of not yellowing in the sun. I did this 30-day test where I put them out in this direct sunlight, middle of summer for 30 days, and the art resin actually yellowed. They both protected the paint fine, but the UV resin didn't yellow. So I will, actually, since this needs to dry, let me see if I can find it, and I will put it in the chat here so you have the link. Because it's pretty cool. The one thing I don't like about it is that it smells more, and I still want to do some more research because they say it's non-toxic in their description. But I do want to see if there's like more information about what kind of mask, if you should be wearing a mask, because art resin, you don't have to. But I think if you feel comfortable, you should definitely do that to be, so that you feel safe, right? I'm gonna find the video. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry that your shoulder pads are not working right now. Hold on. Okay, here, I found the video. Copy, and let me paste it. Sorry. Let me paste it into the chat right here so you guys have it if you want to go look at it. Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Sister to the rescue. She's going to help him get his shoulder pads straightened out. He was having a frustrating moment there. So sorry about that. Let me get the gift tag on here. So yes, I saw your comment that you got to wear a mask because of past cancers. So I think that's smart. I think being more protective than not is a good thing. You ultimately have to do your research and do what's best for you and your situation, right? So, but I want to do some more research on the UV resins because it looks to me like a lot of them might come out of like another country, which makes me a little, like I know that the US has certain standards about having, what is it called? Material data safety sheets, where it's got all the, safety data, and if you get it in your eye, here's what you should do, and be in a well-ventilated area, which I think you should no matter what with resin. But it's harder to find that stuff on the UV resin products, so I tend to be a little more careful with them. But they are really, really cool if you wanted to resin right away, which with the rock videos, I'm often in a time crunch where I want to show it to you guys with the resin on it, as opposed to waiting the 3 days or the minimum 24 hours to touch one with the art resin. So I often will use it a lot to put kind of the top coat on the main part of the design so that I can show you the rest. So it's handy that way. But yeah, I was afraid to try it for so long, and then I tried it and I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And I think a lot of people use it for, you know, where they make like the little resin charms and the little resin. People do a lot with resin. They make dominoes and they put things in the resin that makes it sparkly and full of designs and all kinds of stuff. So I think it's got its use. It's just you gotta do your homework on it, I guess. So I'm gonna put a little bit of white paint on these tags. I'm gonna have to move around just because I'm gonna have so much wet paint, not white paint, but it's drying and you can't take a marker to it until it's dry. So get this on here. And so my whole point in doing these was to show you that this design would look cute on rocks that are not square or rectangular, right? This one was literally the perfect size for a gift. These are roundish, oval, not even totally oval. I mean, look at that one. It's kind of weirdly shaped. But once you get the bow and the ribbon and the gift tag, you know exactly what it is. So I really just wanted to test that out and prove my point before I'd actually done it. I just knew that it would be recognizable. There's no way you wouldn't know it's a gift. And that it would still be super cute. I feel like I have a sneeze coming on, but it's not not escaping. I don't want to do that. Let's see. So Tammy, you're saying you're not getting your notifications properly. Is that just for the lives or is it for all the videos? Because I think I have one thing I can show you that might help with some of that. I have heard stories that the YouTube notification system is not. That's so true. All packages in different sizes. The YouTube notification system is not super reliable. So I suppose it's mostly the lives that are time sensitive. And I've been doing all the 12 Days of Rocksmith as premieres, which means that I can chat live with you the first time that it rolls through, which is kind of fun. And the nice advantage to that is that it puts it up there where you guys know that it's coming and you can see the thumbnail and what the design is going to be. But just give me one sec. Let me get this on here. And while it's drying, I'm going to show you something that you can do that might help with that. There's a way you can adjust the alert bell notifications because I think it defaults to just some instead of all, and you can change it to all. Oh goodness, so wet. Okay, got a little chunk there. I'm gonna let that dry. You're scrolling. When you're scrolling through, you see it. Okay, so let me share screen because I was going to show you guys this anyway when I was letting the paint dry. So let me figure out what I'm doing here to share the screen. This might take me 2 seconds. I gotta think. How do I share? Here we go. I had to think about it for a second. I want to show you this one. 1 second here. Goodness, I am so out of it here. Let's see. Okay, Chrome tab. Okay, so right now you are looking at get that minimized here. You're looking at a video. So this is one of my videos. This is about how you make your own stones for rock painting. And so I guess I don't have the subscribe button for myself. But what I wanted to show you on this really quick, and then maybe we'll go to another channel, is I get asked a lot about when I say, you know, there's a link in the description, people can't get to the description. So this will show you what it looks like on a computer. And you see right here, there's this show more right below. You can see that I, you know, wrote a little bit, but if you click this show more, then it opens up all kinds of stuff. You've got links to different things, all the supplies that I used in the video. So sometimes these are longer than others, but I just wanted to show you that. Let me see how I can fix. So here's a Rachel's Rock video. Let's go here. I'm just going to pause it. But with the subscription thing and the alerts, this bell right here, if you click on it, I think it defaults to this personalized thing, which means YouTube is deciding for you what alerts it's going to give to you. So if you want to make sure that you're getting every single stinking one, you would change it to all. And then it's going to notify me every single time that Rachel's Rocks does anything. If she posts something in our community tab, if she releases a new video, everything will be here. Or if you don't want any, you could put none. Or the personalized, I believe YouTube kind of decides for you based on your viewing habits. I guess your viewing habits with you know, what kinds of things you're watching, because it's probably not just me, right? So yeah, so that might help if anybody's having trouble with oh, good. Okay, so you changed it for all. So I'd be curious to see if that helps. Because I know with when I make them a premiere, like the 12 Days of Rocksmith, I have the next day is loaded and ready to go for you. So like tomorrow's, it's ready, but it's not released. So it's there as a premiere, but you can go and set a reminder for that too. And I don't know, that should give you, I would think, even extra assurance that you'll get it. So we will see. Hopefully that helps some people. So now I'm just going to I'm going to take my good old Sakura. This is my Sakura Pigma fine line brush pen. And I'm going to give some outline to our bow design here and try and give it some shape. And this pen, even on the black background, tends to show up because it's kind of almost got a glossy finish to it, where the black paint that I base coated with is like a matte finish. So even though, like, when I go around the bigger pieces of the ribbon, it's gonna still show against that black because of that glossiness, just slightly, just enough. So you like the heart-shaped one? Yeah, they're pretty cute. I was telling everybody at the beginning that it's actually kind of a dud of a heart-shaped rock because it was the tail end of some mixed gypsum cement, so it's not as thick as it should be. It's very thin, actually, kind of like a cookie, but still usable. But yeah, so let's see here. Whoops. What do you need a link to, Tammy? I think there's a bit of a delay in the chat, so I'm probably like, it might have been about something I was talking about 30 seconds ago. Is it the pens? These ones I really do like these ones. They're pretty pricey. I think they're $12 for 2 of them, but they're just so handy because the tip is kind of like a paintbrush and it bends. It's not like stiff. It bends, so you can get a different thickness. You can do really fine lines. This pen. Okay. I might even have one handy. Let's see. I'll figure something out. But if you look in any of the videos that I used it, now that I just showed you how to find the description, it's there. The only thing that I don't really link very often, unless it's something special, is the paint colors, because I figure everybody kind of has their preferences with paint colors. But everything else, from the pens to the resin to if there's any kind of special glitter paint or something, I will list all of those. So they're in the description. It's just I think people were having trouble finding it. Maybe I'll have to do another like little video where it shows it on both a phone and the computer, just because people are. I'm totally writing this backwards because I wanted to make sure it was going to fit. Okay. So there we go. We've got Give the Gift of Kindness with gold. I really like the black and gold. Let me add a few accent lines on the bow. And then here are little white lines like on this bow. See how we do. Whoops. Make sure this pen works. I need paper. Look how cute. I really like the black and gold. Awesome. Oh, you finally ordered one of the writing books. I really like that book that I've got on there, that I've got linked. It's pretty awesome. It's a good one. I think it's good practice. You just need to practice. Oh my goodness, we got fuzzy here. What is going on? What is going on? We have to cut short if we may be competing for Wi-Fi or something. I think we need to get a new router. I think we have the same router from when we moved in this house. So it's been a long time. But I'm hardwired in, I think. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not a tech guru. I just know we got really, really fuzzy here. So sorry about that. I think I might have to save my green heart to finish outside of the live, just because the paint is so gloppy. It's not dry, and I'm just gonna make a bigger mess out of the rock if I keep adding to it and trying to write on gloppy paint could be problematic. But I like this red and gold too. I really like the gold. The gold is a good combination for ribbon, I'm deciding. It looks pretty. I did this with this one. I went over the side with it. Not on the back, I wrote on it, but I went all the way over the side with the ribbon. So it really did give the effect of a gift. So I'm doing the same thing with Mr. Bumpy Rock here. You can see where I need to touch up some gold on the side of this though. Let's see. But yeah, I think I might have to save my green heart to finish it after the live stream, just so that we don't totally botch it up. I gotta let that paint dry. I gotta go put it in front of the fan, I think. Little lines in here in the bow. Oh my gosh, these are so cute. And they're palm sized. So I just really like this design. So fun. Okay. Well, let's check these two out here. See, maybe we can focus. Oh, we got a little bit of our fuzziness back, didn't we? So there you go. Fun little gold and red. Gold and red and black little gifts of kindness. So I'll get those resined and I'll definitely share them. And I still have to share the Let It Snow like stick ones that we did a couple of weeks ago. I just haven't gotten to them because they keep saying, oh, I'll put that in the big pile when I resin everything. And I have quite the pile to resin, you would not believe. So anyways, I'm going to sign off of here for now because I do have to finish the final day of Rocksmith's video. I can't believe we made it through 12 days. So much fun. But I do have to finish that one so that I can get it out there for you guys by, I guess it'll be ready by tomorrow evening when the 11th day goes off. And then I think I'll still have a regularly scheduled video for you next Tuesday. I can't do them every day anymore. This took the life out of me, but I think I can still stick with getting a weekly video up, and we'll definitely do some sort of New Year's design. But I hope you have a great week. Do remember there's no live stream next week because I will be traveling for work. So I will miss doing this with you guys, but maybe it will result in another fun Traveling Rocks video instead. So there'll be a trade-off. No worries about being late. You know, we're here just hanging out. So there's no worry at all. Yes, number 11 will be out tomorrow at 7 a.m. Pacific time. And I'll be on there so I can say hi to you. Want to say bye to everybody? Say bye.
Bye.
We're going to go paint a number on a football shirt. So everybody take care and have an amazing week. And we will see you in cyberspace. Take care.